Hello everyone, welcome back to Chinmoy's Biology channel to a yet new episode of muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So this is the last part of your animal tissue that we were discussing. In the first part we have discussed about epithelial tissue, second part we have discussed about the connective tissue, and this is the last and the final part which is having muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So if you have not yet gone through the previous two episodes, I'll be putting the link down in the description box. Please do go through it before going to this one. So let us start with this two types of tissues today, and please don't skip the video in between because it is going to be a very interesting episode with so many informative topics in it. So let's get started without further delay. So now we are back with muscular tissue. So what is muscular tissue? Muscular tissue, it consists of the elongated cells, also called the muscle fibers. So all the cells in this muscular tissue will be elongated. Okay. So this tissue is responsible for the movement of our body. We all know that our body is consisting of muscles. Okay. It is consisting of muscles of different types, which is helping us to work out, to pull load, everything what we are doing. It is nerve, muscle, bones all together, which is forming our skeletal system, as well as our muscular system, which helps us in our locomotion, movement and all. Okay, so what does the muscle contain? So muscle contains special proteins called the contractile proteins, which contract and relax to cause movement, right? Now these muscles, we can say that we can move some muscles by conscious will. Muscles present in our limbs move when we want them to move and stop when we decide to stop. So suppose you are sitting, if you want to get up, if you want to walk, then only you will walk or move because your muscles are connected to your nerve. If your nerve is giving a signal that you should walk and move, then only you will move. That is as per your will. So such muscles are called voluntary muscles, the muscles which are working as per your will. Is it clear? Now there are certain muscles also. These muscles are called skeletal muscles as they mostly are attached to the bones and help in the body movement and locomotion. Okay, so under the microscope these muscles show alternate light and dark striations or bands when stained properly or appropriately. Okay, so as a result they are also called striated muscles. So these skeletal muscles are also having another name. They are also called striated muscles. The cells of these tissue are long, they are cylindrical, they are unbranched, and they are multinucleate, having many nuclei. So they are cylindrical in shape, they are unbranched, they are multinucleate, and they are having many nuclei. Okay, so we can see here. So the first one is the striated muscle or the skeletal muscle. Okay, so you can see it is having many nucleus, it is having light and dark bands. Okay, and it is cylindrical and it is unbranched. Okay, it is unbranched, it is having striations, it is having light and dark bands or striations, and it is multinucleate. Many nucleus is there in one band. Okay, so it is having many nuclei. Now the movement of food in the alimentary canal or the contraction and relaxation of the blood vessels are involuntary movements. So you cannot tell your intestine or your intestinal flora to contract or to relax whenever the food is passing. So they are doing the contraction and relaxation on their own. Or you can't tell the blood vessels that when the blood is flowing you contract, or when the blood is passed through you relax. It's not like that. So that is an involuntary action that is being constantly going on without any will of yours. If you are not willing also, that movement will constantly go. So we cannot really start them or stop them simply by wanting to do so. So the smooth muscles or involuntary muscles control such movements. They are found in iris of your eye, in the uterus, in the bronchi of the lungs, wherever these muscles are not under your will. These are involuntary muscles. Okay, the cells are long and pointed ends. They are having spindle shape. They are uninucleate, having a single nucleus. They are also called unstriated muscles. So why would they call that? Because they don't have striations Okay, so they are called unstriated muscles, and the cells are spindle shaped. You can see these muscle cells, these are spindle shaped. Okay, these are involuntary muscles, these are spindle celled, and they are having single nucleus. So each cell is having only one nucleus, so they are single celled. The cells are having single nucleus. Okay, now the muscles of the heart show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. So before your birth, when you are in the embryonic stage, from that only your heart is beating, your heart starts beating. So from that stage your heart is beating throughout your life. So there is contraction and relaxation. So these involuntary muscles are called cardiac muscles, heart muscle cells, cylindrical, branched, and uninucleate. So these heart muscle cells they are also cylindrical. They are having striations. You can see light and dark bands over here. That is, they are striations they are having. They are branched. These cardiac muscles, they are having branches, and they are uninucleate. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Now, in this activity 6.5, you are supposed to write in this table 6.1 the features, the shape, the number of nuclei, the position of nuclei in the striated muscle, in the smooth muscle, in the cardiac muscle, as per you have seen in this 3 diagrams. Okay, so this will be your homework, your activity. You take out your notebook, you will do that, and if you are not able to do that, you can ask me in any of the classes in your comment box. Okay, so this is your homework, this is your activity. You are supposed to write the shape of the striated muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. I have told you just now in the above session what we have discussed: the number of nuclei, whether they are uninucleate, whether they are multinucleate, and whether they are having a single nucleus. Okay, now we will move on to the nervous tissue. So now we are moving to nervous tissue. So nervous tissue means all the cells possess the ability to respond to stimuli. However, the cells of the nervous tissue are highly specialized for being stimulated and then transmitting the stimulus very rapidly from one place of the body within the body to another also. Okay, so one place of the body to another place of the body within the body itself, the nervous tissue is sending the impulses. The nervous tissue is sending the stimulus or the whatever, like heat, light, or whatever you are receiving stimulus is being sent by the nervous tissue to the brain, and the brain in turn reacts, or you are giving the response with the help of this nervous tissue only. So the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves are all composed of this nervous tissue. Is it clear to all of you? Now, the cells of this tissue are called nerve cells. They are called neurons. So, the neuron is the structural and functional cell of the nervous system. So, it is the nervous tissue. A neuron consists of what? It is consisting of a cell body. It is consisting of a cell body with a nucleus. It is having a cell body with a nucleus and a cytoplasm, from which a long thin hair-like part arises, and usually each neuron has a single long part process which is called the axon. So this long part process hair-like is called the axon, and many short branch processes here at the ending, they are the we can say at the end of the axon, these are the nerve endings, and here in the starting the branch parts or processes are called the dendrite. Okay, so this is the nerve cell. Now, an individual nerve cell maybe we can say that it is maybe up to a meter long. Many nerve fibers bound together by connective tissue make up a nerve. Okay, so the signal that passes along the nerve fiber is called the nerve impulse. So the nervous tissue or the nerve cell, the impulse which it is passing or transmitting from one nerve cell to another, from one part of the body to another, is called the nerve impulse. Now, nerve impulse allows us to move our muscles when we want to, and the functional combination of the nerve and the muscle tissue is fundamental to most animals. Okay, so this is a very fundamental thing. It is a functional combination of the nerve and the muscle tissue. So this combination enables the animal to provide we can say to respond to any stimuli very promptly, very rapidly. So this combination of nerve and muscle is helping you. So suppose you are putting your hand on a hot pan, hot pot, so what you do, your skin, your nerves are transmitting the impulses to your brain is passing the signal, and it is helping the muscle to contract or to move away from the heat. So this is how the nerve and the muscle in coordination, they are acting together, and it is called the nerve muscle physiology. So this is the final part of your animal tissue that we have completed today. So there are several questions here. Name the tissue responsible for the movement of the body. What does a neuron look like? Give 3 features of cardiac muscle. What are the functions of areolar tissue? These are very basic questions. Please do go through it, write the answers and learn them. So today what you have learned in a gist, what is a tissue? We have already learned in this lesson plant tissue, about meristematic tissue, about permanent meristematic tissue. If you have not gone through these episodes, I'll be putting the link above as well as in the description box. Please do go through it in details. I have taught in the YouTube lesson. So parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma we have studied. We have studied about xylem and phloem. We have studied about epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, as well as nervous tissue, depending on the shape, function. The epithelial tissue we have classified with diagrams, with functions, where the squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated and glandular epithelium. Is it clear? Now in today's class we have studied about different types of connective tissue: adipose connective tissue, areolar tissue, bone, tendon, ligament, cartilage, blood and all. Striated and unstriated cardiac muscles we have studied. Nervous tissue is made up of neurons that receive and conduct impulses. So exercises are there in your book, also in this book as well. If you want to write the questions from this book, if you want to refer this or whatever book you are having, just go through the questions, write them off. If you are having any doubts, any queries, any questions which you are unable to answer, please do write in my comment box. Please do write to me. So you can write these all the questions in your answer book, and please do connect to me, write in my comment box. And if you are having any queries, any doubts, write to me. Stay tuned, stay updated, because your next lesson will be coming soon. It will be very interesting one. So stay tuned, stay updated for the next lesson which will be coming very shortly, and please do share it with your friends as well. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching my video.